girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I like the girls with their nails done. Girls with their nails done. I like the girls with their nails done now.
In a world where anything is possible, where what you get is a direct result of what you put in, where opportunity is equal for all and you choose your destiny, there is something we all search for, something that inspires us. It's the passion that inspires us. It's the speed that drives us. This is that world. This is your world. SSBB Esport. Live your dream.
What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Here's my mic. I missed it. Alright, so I'm checking the audio, everything's good. Welcome. It is Sunday evening here in South Africa. Denz is asking if Ollie is coming. No, he is not. It is Sunday evening, I guess all around the world for our competitors. And we are racing at Autopolis International Racing Course. We've got variable weather. It's endurance night tonight. It's round 3 of the SSBB Esport Championship for first season on GT7. We're having a lot of issues with lag, but we persevere on, and it is part of the game plan. So we're about to jump into qualifying. Let's see what we can do. All right, so I'm going to reset the lobby. And let's let them know. Thank you for joining us wherever you are in the world. And alright, so we've got a thin field tonight, unfortunately. It's been a problem for a while, but it is what it is, man. We just have to deal with it. So we're going to run a 10 minute, which is like a 10-minute qualifying. 10-minute quali. And then we shall start the race. Got some cool background music. I'm not going to do that again. Alright, let's actually watch some racing. So we got Charlie Dos Santos. Welcome back, Charlie. We've got Super Uber joining us as well. We have S. Alexander. Welcome, S. Let me just get my registration out here. I don't see S. Alexander on the registration form. Okay, but alrighty, so S. Alexander also with us. Not sure why that is doing that. Let me see. Everything else looks good. Just got my eyes on 20 different things. Okay. Who else is with us? Super Uber, Dens, so Charlie Dos Santos, Dens, S. Alexander, and Super Uber. Is that it? Davide is with us. We should be waiting. Davide needs to enter. Let's give Davide a holler. Alrighty. So we're just waiting for Davide. We're already 2 minutes in. I don't know if Davide is going to enter. So Charlie Dos Santos is on the medium tire. S. Alexander starting on the soft tire. Super Uber also on the soft tire. Den's on the medium, Davide on the medium. So a couple of drivers on the soft tire. It's interesting. Let's see how that all plays out. Just checking registration forms here quickly. Alright, so Charlie Dos Santos going to change tires. Super Uber currently in pole position. Let's just keep our eyes on everything here. Alright, Super Uber currently getting purple sectors everywhere, but Super Uber is on the soft tire. The deg you can see is quite high. So the drivers are going to have to be quite cautious with how they approach this. It is actually a very cool track. If you find your rhythm, it tends to be a very nice track to drive. So like I say, we've got a very thin field tonight. Not good. S. Alexander currently second. I believe S. Alexander is a she. I don't have one of our female drivers. I don't have her registration form. So forgive me if I'm getting it wrong. Denz is part of our management team. He's a squirrel. And it's not a squirrel. Denz is really supported us a lot this season, so thank you, Denz. It's interesting times. Look at this beautiful onboard shot. And we just have to persevere, unfortunately, with what we got. But look at these gorgeous shots we're getting. It would be wonderful if this was a real track. I don't think it is. But stunning shots we're getting from this inside this Mustang. Dead's going into the pits. Oh, that is a tight entry. Alright, so let's see if we can get some other shots. So we're driving on board with Esther Santos on the medium tire. Davide finally out. Davide decided to do some laps. We are 7 minutes into this qualifying, so we're going to have 3 minutes left. Wanderers E-Racing, how long is the race? The race is 1 hour long. It is a 1 hour endurance race. So the rules are that you have to choose one. You have to use one of each tire except for the intermediate tire. So you have to do one stint on the soft, one stint on the medium, one stint on the hard, and if it rains, one stint on the heavyweight. Here's a little clue: it will rain. So I think we're in for some interesting times. So we've got about 2 minutes to go. I'm just going to let everybody know. So it's good to have Davide back with us. Oh, sending that Viper. Super Uber still in the front. Super Uber's been super quick in our, I think Super Uber races with us in Pro-Am. So been really quick with us in Pro-Am. Great to have you with us, Super Uber. And it's currently 0.7 ahead of Charlie Dos Santos. Dos Santos has gone quick. Super Uber's on the soft and Dos Santos on the medium tire. I had a long day. I was doing some off-road go-karting today. It was quite interesting. It's not a smooth experience. It's extremely hard on the body, but fun nonetheless. And there's only one way to drive those karts, and it is absolutely flat everywhere. So we're watching Charlie Dos Santos. One thing, getting on the power. One thing I noticed is the deg is very high. You have to be so cautious with your laps and your fuel consumption. So it's going to be interesting when the rain comes. It obviously changes everything, and that'll be also very interesting to see. So the options for cars for this season in endurance, you are allowed to use an American rear-wheel drive front engine, normally aspirated car. So your options are the Ford Mustang, the Corvette, this specific Corvette, and the Dodge Viper. So it's nice to see the variety. S. Alexander going quickest on that soft tire. That was good time. And then goes off the track. So how are we looking? It is starting time, so just gonna let everybody know. Alrighty, good luck everyone. Let's do it. So let me get a sip of my tasty beverage. Okay. Now let's hope we have a good race. Everybody hold on to your Zimmer frames. I don't see any lights. Hopefully we'll get some sort of indication for... There we go. You can at least hear the sounds. And who gets a good start? Everybody gets a good start. I always forget to set the false start thing. So Denz is there. Everybody's here. 5 drivers. That's fine. We got S. Alexander gets punted by Super Uber in the rear. Dos Santos gets it very, very loose coming out of turn 1 there. And so S. Alexander still in the front, leading the charge. Second is Super Uber, and Alexander runs a little bit wide. Dos Santos is right there with them. Dos Santos on the medium tire, and so unfortunately we can't change views or anything. So the lag is there, but it's not as bad as it was on Friday. Friday was absolutely horrendous. So very good opening lap, very consistent. Davide in the back battling to hold on. Dos Santos going for a move up the inside of Super Uber, but just doesn't have the grip that soft tire does. So Super Uber managing to hold on, running it a bit wide, carrying a bit more speed than S. Alexander. So it's very good racing on this opening lap. It'll be interesting to see the DEG on this first lap. It is nose to tail on lap 1, and it's incredible that Charlie is managing to hold on to these two front runners, considering he's on the medium tire. Denz is also on the medium tire. So I must say, I absolutely love that Ford Mustang. It is such an amazing car. I really enjoy it. So we got our eyes here on Dos Santos. He's looking super racy tonight. Is he going to go for a move up the inside into turn 1? He's not. And Super Uber just touched the grass. Oh, Dos Santos with a big slide. A beautiful shot there. So Super Uber just touched the grass, but managed to correct everything and kind of slots into place. So it's back to normal racing. Super Uber just holding on very nicely there. Dos Santos looking good. Denz is porpoising quite badly. He'll have to get on the ringer to Bono and complain quite a bit. It seems to be the done thing. Davide is battling out in 5th place on that medium tire. So 8 seconds behind Denz, who's just slowly battling to lose ground to Dos Santos, who's in the slip and is able to hang with these drivers, and that's doing him really well because he is on the medium tire, and it's going to be helping him all the way to the bank. And it looks like Charlie Dos Santos really knows this track very well, so it's only really Denz that's lagging a lot, but hopefully we can keep this ridiculous lag under control, because it has become an absolute pain for everybody, and it's just a pity that it is so bad. Really hope that Gran Turismo can sort this out. Polyphony, I think is how you pronounce it. Dos Santos 0.4 behind Super Uber. Denz also closing the gap there. Denz getting a very good run onto the main straight. And maybe Charlie is starting to fuel save a bit now. Den's really pushing on. So the medium tire looks much more durable than the soft. And Super Uber really battling with degradation, so it'll be very interesting to see how the soft tire drops off. Charlie doing a very good job to maintain the gap. It's not too far. Denz is super close to Charlie Dos Santos, so it'll be a very good race between these two, the two Mustangs. Oh, Super Uber spun. Who was that? S. Alexander spun out from the lead. That's so unfortunate. So S. Alexander relegated to 4th place. That gives Super Uber the lead. And Super Uber has got a lot more tire wear. So this will be interesting now, because Super Uber has Charlie Dos Santos not far behind. And that's going to give Charlie some spirit. That soft tire is dropping off so badly, and the medium tire is doing very, very well. So it looks like the medium tire really is the one to be on. The gap is 0.7. This is going to become a problem. I can see that soft tire is just a problem. It's going to drop off so much that the lap time will just fall away, and you'll have to pit. But I guess it depends on how much the lap time drops away. Granted that Charlie is in the slip, so able to capitalize on that slip and keep the gap very, very close. That is definitely helping him with his time, his stint on that medium tire. So Charlie Dos Santos second. Look at the dig, absolutely brilliant compared to that soft tire. Just look at, if you look in the bottom left hand corner, apologies, you can't see because I am in the way. Let's make me smaller. No, not that one. There we go. So if you look at the tire wear, you can see that the soft tire, well, there's the Santos passed already. So look at the degradation of the soft tire versus the medium, and that's the difference. Oh, Charlie ran it very deep there, and Super Uber, just with a bit more momentum and possibly grip, got past Charlie in that instance. But he's going into the pits just too much perhaps, and the dig way too much. So that soft tire is not the thing to be on. Let's see. So Charlie in the lead. Second is Denz. Third is Alexander. Now Alexander, perhaps maybe it's the Dodge Viper that's super heavy on the tires. So it's something to just keep in mind, because with that kind of drop off, it just doesn't make sense to be on that tire at all. It could also be driving style, but if we look at the soft on the Corvette versus the medium that Denz is running, it's massive difference. Charlie Dos Santos also very similar tire wear. You can see he's pushing very hard there. Super Uber coming out on the hard now. Davide on the medium. Oh, Davide's got damage. Davide's 20 seconds more or less behind Alexander. And Super Uber coming up to lap Davide. Not sure if Davide's pitted, no. So we'll go back to your race leaders. About 1.3 second gap between Denz and Charlie. And it's turning into be quite a good race. Charlie's looking really, really smooth here. Very dominant. This is a glorious track. Once you get it right, and it's all about rhythm and knowing the lines. I must say I don't know the lines, but just driving it earlier this evening, It was a lot of fun. And you can just see if you nail a lot of the sections, the sequence, you will, there is a mega difference in the time. So yeah, that medium tire, that soft tire, man, I tell you, you do not want to be on that soft tire. It also depends how good you are at managing tires. So S. Alexander made one small mistake, and that was that. She was relegated down to 3rd place. She's doing well to hold on, considering she's on that soft tire. She's probably going to have to pit early. If I started to run into super high dig, then I would just get off that tire. She's doing 48s, 47. That lap 3 is where she spun. So the 47 is an average time. 48 also pretty average. Denz is doing 49s, 48s on that medium tire. Charlie also 49s, 47s, 48s on the medium tire. So 47 on the soft is not a good time, and that's 48 now, and that is the dig that she's experiencing. Good evening, Ian. Welcome in the comments. Thanks for joining us. We'll have some water. So we got some very good racing. It was some great racing on the opening laps, and Charlie and Denz are pretty close here up front. Denz getting a bit of a tail wag there. A really cool livery that Charlie's running this evening. Looks like the tire wear is more of an issue than the fuel consumption, so the drivers really have to manage both. Charlie getting a purple sector, pushing the absolute limits on this tire. You can hear these cars porpoising in the background. I'm gonna call it porpoising because that's how ridiculous it is. So S. Alexander did a 46.7. If Denz goes quicker on that worn medium tire, then, well, look, the car is also lighter. I'm not sure if that does affect the speed with your fuel capacity. 0.6 up there, so it's really that sector 1, nailing sector 1. It's very important. Similar to that corner, really have to use a lot of the inside curb, and but it varies a lot, the grip level, based on the lap you're on, how hard you're pushing, the degradation of the tire. So Denz coming under pressure here from S. Alexander, who has not pitted yet, still on that soft tire, but has managed to close the gap to Denz. And both of these two are lagging quite bad, but we'll continue on. Now, I don't know what Alexander's going to do. Yes, she goes into the pits. Wow, that is quite an entry. So Denz continues. So the two drivers that started on the soft tire will continue, or have pitted already. The two drivers on the medium tire continue. Davide is also on the medium tire, so that Corvette sounds good. So Denz continuing on, 4 seconds now behind Charlie. Charlie really taking the bull by the horns in this race. He's looking to absolutely dominate. Got my trusty heater here. It's nice and cold again this evening here in not so sunny Pretoria, South Africa. So S. Alexander pitted, and we are 13 minutes into this race. It'll be interesting to see. It should be, here's a hint, it should be about halfway through the race that we start seeing some rain, so let's see how that happens. Alexander on the hard tires, so there's Alexander managing to get in front of Super Uber. Did she put fuel? I have to say this replay because the rule is that you need to put fuel on every stop. Dens was lagging a lot there, but it only seems to be in the corners, which is the worst possible place. But some gorgeous shots. It's like the sun is going down. That car is looking absolutely gorgeous. I'll tell you what, I saw a beautiful red Mustang at on Friday. Oh, it's a lovely car. Back to your race leader, 5 seconds, 6 seconds ahead of Dens. Looking quite dominant already so early in the race. But all it takes is one small mistake. And but this track is all about momentum, flow, especially in the middle section. Getting the sequences right, lining the car up. Sun looks like those shadows are getting long. Oh, then Charlie pushing very hard there. Still on the medium tires. This is a good stint on that medium tire. Den's still on the hard tire now. Den's has used a lot less fuel, so that's also going to be an interesting strategy. Is Den's going to go super long on that medium? That is a cool strategy. I'll be interested to see how long Den's actually goes on that tire. Let me know what the audio is like. Can you guys hear me relative to everything else? Okay, so Den's going into the pits. What tire is Den's going to put on? Looks like it's a short pit run. Oh, Den's. Okay. So Den's in third. Did tires. He will have to do a splash and dash. Is Alexander up into second? Because you need to stop for tires and fuel every time, so you'll have to stop for fuel as well. Alrighty, so Charlie Dos Santos still first. Your race leader out of fuel at the moment, 18 seconds ahead of anyone. Is gonna have to stop this lap, so let's keep our eyes on what Charlie does. Tire wear looks good. What is Charlie gonna do? The shadows are getting long. The sun seems to have gone. Charlie's coming into the pits. Oh, hits the pit wall. Gets damaged same time. That's gonna be annoying. So let's see. Car comes in onto the jacks, changes the tires. It's gonna be fuel that's gonna go in. How much fuel? It's half a tank that goes in, so Charlie is now 2.6 seconds behind. onto the soft tire. The lights are on. Alrighty. The shadows are getting long. We are only 19 minutes into this race. Almost 1/3 of the race gone. What's gonna happen? Are we gonna see rain at night? Oof, that will be interesting. So Charlie Dos Santos was your race leader. I tell you what, the shots we are getting from this race is absolutely gorgeous. Stunning to see. Third at the moment, Super Uber on that hard tire. Charlie Dos Santos closing in very, very rapidly. But Charlie is on the soft tire, so let's keep our eyes on this battle, because the pace between the soft and the hard tire is absolutely immense. Yellow flag. Who's that? Is that S. Alexander? What is going on there? Okay. Unfortunately, S. Alexander had to leave. It's very unfortunate. So we've lost one of our competitors. So, at least 3 of our... Okay, there's a good dance going on here. Between Super Uber and Charlie Dos Santos. I think Super Uber is just letting Dos Santos past, and Dos Santos gets past. What does Super Uber do? Nothing. So Dan's still out in front. Dan's is about 8 seconds out in front, also on that soft tire. So Dan's looking very quick, as usual. This background music is so annoying. I need to figure out how to get rid of it. I've tried all the settings. There's nothing I can do here. Dan's is porpoising quite bad in the corners, which is quite unusual. So Dan's getting quickest sector times. Dos Santos second. Look at that disc glowing red. It's absolutely stunning. Third is Super Uber. Davide is fourth. So you have a good chance on finishing the podium in this race. What's Davide doing? Does Davide have issues? What is Davide doing? I'm not sure. Okay. So Dan's out in first place. About 7 seconds behind, in front of Charlie Dos Santos. And Dan's looking very strong. Dos Santos very quick as well. This is going to add quite an interesting dynamic as we get further and further into this race. Dos Santos is absolutely flying. Super Uber is hanging in there on that hard tire. The other 2 drivers on the soft. That Viper did not like the hard tire. We're going to see how bad the degradation is. So I see Davide is racing again. So Davide on the hard tire. Looks like he's going very slow. Okay, so Dan's coming past Davide. Charlie Dos Santos will come up past Davide. It's getting dark. It's getting dark. We might even have some rain in the dark, because we are 23 minutes into this race. Let's see what happens. Still see stars in the sky. So we've got our eyes on Charlie Dos Santos, about 5.5 seconds behind Denz. That's the Mustang, the race leader Denz. Second is Charlie Dos Santos. Really beautiful shots we're getting here from Autopolis. Is it Autopolis? It is Autopolis International Racing Course. Charlie slowly closing that gap. Super Uber in third place. So it's Mustang, Corvette. Sorry, not Corvette. Viper, and then Viper again. What's Davide doing? I don't know what he's doing. Okay. So, Charlie Dos Santos slowly closing in on Denz. Denz is going to have to stop for fuel now, because Denz is out of fuel, so not sure if that strategy worked. Davide in the Viper. So Charlie Dos Santos slowly closing in on Davide and Denz. Like I said, Denz is going to have to stop for fuel. Some beautiful shots we're getting here in this night race. It's a pity we can't go on board with the drivers. We can. We can. Oh, it's a beautiful sound as you hear that car come past. So there we go. Denz into the pits, changing tires and fuel. What tires does he go onto? He was on that soft tire. Most likely the hard, so he can get his stint done. Super Uber also into the pit, so that's your race leader, and Charlie Dos Santos. So that's the hard tire. Okay, so we can change views. It wasn't working before. I don't know what's going on with this game, really. So we're driving on board with Denz at the moment. Super Uber, your race leader, with a 3-second penalty, touching the pit lane line. Listen to this Viper. That is a gorgeous sound. This seems new. So there we go. Super Uber had to serve the penalty, and what you can see now is Denz closing in on Super Uber in the background there. Just looking behind. Just playing with these shots. So Denz in second place, Dos Santos third. About 1.5 seconds behind Denz. Both these drivers on the hard tire now. Both of them have more or less the same fuel. Davide out in fourth place, getting lapped by your race leader. So we're halfway into this race. Oh man, looking for the heat from this heater. Warm up my legs here. So Super Uber passed Davide, still in the lead on the soft tire, pushing hard now. So Super Uber's got back to the soft tire. The deg on that tire is enormous. So we should start to see a change in things soon. Still night time, so I'm quite keen to see how this all plays out, because I have not done this kind of setup before. So De Santos still with the fastest lap, Super Uber out in first place, Denz in second, with there you can see that's Charlie De Santos right behind Denz. So you can see the gap is next to nothing between these two. Oh, De Santos looking for the move there. Oh, Denz running it wide. De Santos so close. It's very, very close between these two drivers. Oh, Charlie going for the move. Running it very deep, and that's Davide that goes off. Was there contact? I didn't see. So De Santos into the lead. Let's drive on board with Denz. See what does it look like. That is amazing. You can do this now. You never used to be able to do this in GT7. I'm just moving my head as if I was driving, so you can look. De Santos very quick around here. So, good shots we're getting. Super Uber still in the lead, but is out of fuel, so we'll need to put this next lap. Let me try and get this heater closer. Battling for space, yeah. Where's the rain? I don't know where the rain is. I don't know. That's Uber Beast. TTV Uber Beast. I don't know. I was so hyped for the rain. Maybe it needs to become light again before it rains. I don't know. So Super Uber out of fuel. We'll definitely have to put this lap. The gap closing significantly, so Super Uber probably fuel saving like crazy. Yeah, definitely. So it's De Santos closing the gap. I don't know where this rain is. It was supposed to rain. I really don't know. But okay. It's probably something to do with the time delay setting or something that I set. What's that thing called? It is the variable speed rate. Variable speed rate. So Super Uber into the pits. Charlie Dos Santos into first, 2.1 seconds behind, ahead of Denz. Davide still in fourth place. So the race is between Charlie, Denz, and Super Uber. It's actually very close. Messed my whole strategy up. Oh, sorry. It is a problem. It is a problem. Sorry, my eyes are burning. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. There's clouds in the background. There are the clouds. So in theory, it was supposed to come at half race distance, but I think the clouds are forming now. So warning: there will be torrential rain. And I don't know how many of the drivers are watching. So let's just see. It's going to be interesting. Get ready for some action. Evil laugh. And hopefully it becomes day, early morning when it does rain. So Denz still in second, Super Uber out in third. So Super Uber is TTB Uber Beasts, who I am speaking to in the comment section. If you have any questions, go send them down in the comments. So TTB Uber Beasts out in third place, Davide in fourth place. Davide kind of just circulating, not sure what's going on with Davide, maybe just having a bit of fun. So the gap down to 2 seconds. The Santos not fuel saving. I wonder when this freaking rain is gonna come. We are 36 minutes into the race now, so it's quite interesting, and it should start to become light soon. Can you imagine torrential rain at night? It's gonna be terrible. It's a long stint at night. It's pretty amazing that you can change all of these things in the game. Also considering we started this race off in the morning, you can see the clouds forming there. Or can you? I don't know. Davide in the pits. So, Dos Santos' fastest lap, a 44.8 on lap 12. Now on lap 20. And still doing well. Super Uber in the pits. Again, a penalty onto the softs. Those brake discs glowing red hot. So the Santos and Denz are very, very closely matched in this event. The Santos going off there, looking to stay in this. It's become very dark now. we just jump on board, we can see this is the amount of light you have. It's not much, to be honest. Decent gap between Dens and Charlie. Oh, you can't see the apex at all. It's very difficult in the night. There it looks like the sun is starting to come up. So interesting shots here. That corner is so tough. Not sure where the sun is, but I'm seeing quite a bit of cloud. So we are 40 minutes into this race. Not sure if we're actually going to get rain. Don't know why. I set it to be on. Oh, Dens runs it very deep there. So Den's still in second place. Super Uber about a minute down the road on the medium tire in third place. Those tires sounding like they're complaining quite a lot. So, the Santos still leading this race. Den's still very much in this race. Have about 20 minutes to go, and this is going to be a terrible joke, but this is a 2-horse race between the two Mustangs. I know. That was shocking. So, anyhow, not that we can see any of the car. Super Uber about a minute down the road, and Davide 4.5 minutes down the road, driving around on the soft tire. It is pitch black out there. Let's drive on board with Super Uber for a bit. Really cannot see anything. The Viper does seem to have slightly better lights than the Mustang. So if you don't know your way around the circuit, it is difficult. Let me just see if I Okay, so Dos Santos is out of fuel. We'll have to go into the pits now. Are we looking on time? We have 15 minutes left in this race, so I'm not sure what has happened. I think it is that time, variable speed time thing. I set it to 10, so okay. So that takes Dens into the race, to the lead. So Dens on the hard tire has fuel. 15 minutes to go. Is Dens going to try push this to the end? I don't think he can. He'll probably have to stop again. Santos probably going for a full tank and a decent tire. So it'll be interesting to see who gets to where. It really is between these two. And it's going to come down to pit stops. That's the sun coming up there. It'll be really nice if we can have some sun again. So Dos Santos 36 seconds behind Dens, and now Dens will have to stop at some point. You can see how much that brake disc is absolutely glowing. Oh, Dan's getting it a bit loose into that turn. Was that? No, I don't know what turn that was, but very, very loose into there. So 35 seconds still ahead. Doesn't quite have the same effect. So, Dos Santos is going to go to the end on this tank of fuel. What is Dens going to do? Dens will have to stop. For how long, I'm not sure. It's going to be an interesting finish to this race. 13 minutes left. Super Uber 26 seconds down the road. So the real question is, will Dens be able to stay ahead of Dos Santos? I don't know. Are we going to see daylight again? I don't know. Oh man. Did I mess up the strategy? I think so. So, sorry guys. I'm an amateur. So Den's definitely gonna have to put on this lap. Nope, staying out. Just gonna do one more lap. Alrighty. The gap 33 seconds. Santos has got time. He's got pace on that medium tire and fuel. But now, does Dens go onto the soft tire? That's a good question. Dan's going onto the soft tire make a difference? Just eating my McDonald's at this point. Super Uber. And yeah, so this really did not pan out the way I thought it would in terms of the settings. I mean, so if it's night time, it doesn't rain. Dan's still in the lead. Dan's will have to pit now, so we can see Dan's coming around. Dan's is going to coming through this last hairpin. We'll get onto the main straight and then into the pits. So the question is, what tires, how much fuel? Santos coming through that hairpin. So if I was the Santos, I would have gone to the soft tire. So there we go, half a tank of fuel. So if I was Denz, I would have gone to the soft tire. So Denz comes out just ahead of the Santos and onto the medium tire. Interesting. The Santos on the medium tire, Denz on the medium tire. So this is going to be interesting. It is now just a straight fight. Oh, the Santos looked like he went wide there. So Denz gambling on a bit of pace here, going to the medium tire. It's only 10 minutes. I would have gone to that soft tire, because you would have got the pace out of the tire and you wouldn't have to be on the tire for so long. Because I mean, already there's that's half a minute gone. Now Denz is going to have to live with the pace the Santos has showed. He is quicker around here. He's got that quickest lap, and just generally he is fast. So now it is a straight dog fight, which I guess we want to see. The Santos has got more wear on his tire. Denz looking quick though, so maybe Denz felt, no, I've got the pace, I can do this. So it looks like we're going to finish this race at night, which is pretty shocking. I'm sorry guys. Oh no. Oh well. Let me apologize to everybody profusely. So the gap now 4.4 seconds, and here comes the rain. Here comes the rain. There is 7 minutes to go and the rain has arrived. Well, that is a spanner in the works if I've ever seen one. So how bad is it? It's torrential. It's torrential. What is this going to do? You're going to have to go onto the wet tire. It's going to be such a gamble to stay out on the tire. Let's see, look, the gap is still 4.2 seconds, but everybody's going to battle. You're going to have to go to the wet tire. Look at the understeer. Oh man, 4.8 seconds to this 4.8 seconds the gap to Charlie. So this is a savior if you had a pit stop. If you needed a pit stop, you're gonna have to. What are they gonna do? They're gonna go to the tire. No. Den stays out. The Santos, what does he do? He's gonna go to the wet tire. I would have done that as well. Leave the fuel, just change the tire. Dens is gambling. Oh, Dens. This is a mega gamble, because if it gets terrible, there's still a lot of time. So there we go. The Santos on the wet tire. He has the reins to Uber Eats. And Dens is gambling. Has he left it too late? Oh, this is quite a spectacular finish to this race. Look at the understeer. The Santos 25 seconds behind. So this is kind of intermediate weather. So Dens is really tiptoeing around. If you look at the gap, is that gap closing? How much time do we have? 5 minutes. Oh, Dens. Dens. The gap is closing. Dens is literally tiptoeing. So, oh, should have gone to the wet tire. So the gap is closing. Dens really has to try and tiptoe back to the pits. It is just undrivable. It is undrivable if you are not on the wet tire. So Super Uber is. Dens is just battling just to get through this. 8 seconds the gap now. The Santos is gonna come past Dens. There you can see. Oh, it is so close. Even with the wet weather tire. It's actually intermediate weather, but there you can see it's getting super wet. How much time is left? 4 seconds. 4 minutes. Dens literally can't even get into the pits. Oh, the pain. And that's the thing, when the rain comes, it is torrential. So where is Super Uber? Super Uber is still quite far behind. So it is rain at night. Possibly the hardest conditions. Is Davide on the wet weather tires? Yes, he is. So it is still pretty terrible. Dens has got a 3-second penalty, but that decision of not going into the pits, unfortunately, cost Dens the lead of this race, because he was comfortably ahead, and that strategy of his paid off earlier in the race, and just unfortunate that it worked out the way it did. So drama at the end of this race. It's really played into the hands of Charlie, who's handled this very, very well. And this is what it looks like on board with these drivers. And wow, interesting times. We have 2 minutes to go. You can see it is absolutely bucketing down. The drivers are battling to keep the cars on the road. So Dens is serving his penalty. Super Uber 48 seconds behind Dens. Oh, Dens has to be careful. He's got time really, but wow, what an end to this race. 2 minutes to go. Well, it's pretty much a minute to go. And Yeah, Denzi's saying he missed the pit. So that's unfortunate. It cost him. Tough one. So De Santos has just come around past the start finish line. Oh, that car is all over the place on the brakes. You can see how loose it is just out of the corner. So yeah, we got half a minute until this race is done. Dens comes over the line. Super Uber is about a minute down. That Viper sounds glorious. So Dens has closed the gap to De Santos about 19 seconds. If De Santos goes off a few times, then Dens can still be in this race. This is now the final lap. So De Santos does have, and you can see the rain on the bottom left. Okay, there, next to the tire wear. I don't know, you can't see it because my face is in the way. Over there, it's here. So Charlie really battling to stop the car, but the decision to go to the wet weather tire paid off. It was literally undrivable for Dens, and it's paid off. Charlie is now 21 seconds ahead and is going to finish this race ahead of Dens. Dens with a penalty as well, but I'm just kind of tiptoeing around the circuit to finish things up. Charlie coming through this final hairpin. We'll get on to the main straight. So, brilliant race. Well done, Charlie. That was good driving. Good strategy at the end to go into the pits early, and because it was just going to get worse. Dens coming through that final hairpin. And these are quite possibly the worst conditions. Torrential rain in the dark, but comes home to take second place. So brilliant drive from both of these guys. Well done. Super Uber comes home in third, and Davide kind of not sure where Davide is. Oh, Davide is coming around the hairpin, so Davide will come and cross the line. And there we go. Great race. It's too bad this is so bad in the Viper. There we go. Charlie De Santos, well done, sir. Great race. So that's that. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, I messed up the strategy a bit. It's too much darkness. But anyway, thank you so much for joining us. It was an interesting evening. Dens is saying all the cars are horrible in that rain. Jeez, that was bad. That's a pity. Yeah, sorry, man. Anyway, awesome. Thank you, guys. Have a great week. I'm going to call it here. We'll catch you guys on Friday again. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for all your support. Ciao, ciao.